I'm Andrew, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you maybe a lesser known AI image generation tool and image enhancer. It does all kinds of things, and I've used this for a couple years now, maybe more than that. And so I've seen it evolve from what it was originally to what it can do now, and it's obvious that they're going to be moving into the future with more features. So here we are on the webpage. What it started as was an image upscaler, and it was using basic AI to upscale images. We have this sliding, what is this, a gecko, chameleon. So you can see what it can do, but I'm going to show you hands-on what it can do and some of the features that they have. They do have a lot of APIs, so businesses that want to integrate image processing through their own software can work with them. It also does AI image generation. And so I'm going to show you basically some of the features that I use it quite often for. I have a printing business, and so I use it for that, and I do video production as well. So on their solutions that they offer, printing, background removal, their image enhancing, their upscaling, their sharpening of an image. So I'll show you what so they have an API for helping enhance images for print, among others. Background removal. They also have some things for if you have license plates that are in images, it will automatically go through and look for license plates to blur. You can have product placement automatically into different backgrounds. You can change the lighting of rooms. There's the license plate blur that you can see that I'm talking about. So it really has a lot of different features that they've been adding. And then I'll show you the pricing here. Let's see. Oh, this is Cloud AI. So this is by LetsEnhance. So this is a little bit different than what I'm using. So I will show you what I'm using here. We'll go back to LetsEnhance, and this is the interface that I'm used to using. So you can see right here, I've been playing around with some images. So you can just upscale images, and so I'll show you some of that. And on the right, you have some operations that it will do for you. Or if you have some things that you just want to print, and it will just automatically do it. So let's enhance some images, and then we will get into the image generation. Now, as you can see here, it's a credit-based system, and I'll show you the pricing plan. So every upscale you do, so you provide the image, you tell it to upscale it, and then it outputs it, and that is 1 credit. I have 588 credits left. They roll over up to 600. And the pricing plans are as such. You get 10 free credits just to try it out. Then you can get 100 credits a month or 300 credits a month. So right now I have the $9 a month plan that rolls over up to 600 unused credits. It doesn't put a watermark. And it lets you upscale to 256 megapixels. And it will store the images that you create for 6 months. You can download them, of course. I have used their chat support for certain features that weren't working at one point in time that were fixed, and they were responsive. Let's see. And they give you early access to new features. So, and then you can go from there. There's also a pay-as-you-go and for business. But let's get back to this page here, and let's go ahead and upload. Well, let's close that. So I've got this folder over here with some images that I have set aside and selected of different types. We have paintings, we have old, you can see a lot of artifacts. It's not very clean. Some blurry images that just don't look crisp. They're not good for print. So I will take you through the whole spectrum. And then kind of a neat feature. This is still from Elder Scrolls, one of the Elder Scrolls games, one of the older ones. And you'll recognize some of these characters. Here's a sad Hagrid. So I'm going to have some fun with this as well. But let's go ahead and show you. I'm just going to put in this image of the fox hunt that's a little bit blurry. Now you can say just photo smart enhance digital art. And so I'm just going to do this upscale the image. And so this is what it will do just if you let it do what it thinks should be done on its own. This is going to double the size of the image, among other things. So while that's generating, let's go ahead and take some of these video game images. So here we have this poor twerp, and we're going to use Magic Beta. Now this is using AI, and this is a warrior in armor. You're actually addressing the AI in this image description window. And so what we're going to do is we're going to crank up the creativity and drop the resemblance and see what happens to that image. And then we will click Start Processing. As you can see here, I've got some digital 8-bit images of Mike Tyson and was it Logan Paul, Jake Paul. I'm going to be doing a video, just a little comedy video with these. But let's see what this does with this. It does take a minute, so we'll come back. I'll just kind of fast forward through this, but I will give you an accurate representation of the time that it takes. Okay, so here is the image, the before and after. So before is on the left, and the upscale on the right. It didn't do much. You can see a very subtle difference, almost unrecognizable. Maybe there in the reds you can see. Now this is one of the older styles of lithograph printing. It has a name that escapes me at the moment. So we're going to go back and I'm going to do a better type. And now this upscaled at 4 times. So the image size is 4 times larger. But we're going to go ahead and put that same image through with some new settings. So we will say custom photo smart. Let's enhance. I don't think we had that selected. They really want you to try this Magic Beta, and we will. But let's go ahead. So the new size is going to be a 20 by 16. It is currently an 8 by 10. It will be a 300 DPI. Here's the original size, and here's what's next. So while this AI is still processing the goofball warrior from Elder Scrolls. Okay, it finished the upscaling with the Smart Enhance. It's loading the preview. Okay, now we have something to show. So on the left, that's the old one. On the right is the new one. As you can see, it is cleaned up quite a bit. Let's go to the, so there's the hand of the fox hunter. There's the face. But we will run this through multiple filters. We will start with the same base image, the low res blurry image. But as you can tell, that is an improvement. If you can look down, you see the blurry horse on the left. This will look much better in print than the original. And then when you find what you want, you just download, just like that. So that's a 15.7 megabyte file. Let's go ahead and throw this same one in since we keep working with it. This time we're going to try Magic Beta. We're going to say creativity 100%. So it will put in things that aren't there, what it thinks it is. And we'll put the resemblance to the original at 20. Now we will describe it. We will say fox hunt, an English fox hunt with Englishmen on horses. That gives the AI some sense of what it's looking at. I've noticed it's pretty good at even just figuring it out regardless. And then let's go ahead and click. Now you can leave the page when it's doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump in the video game stuff. Here we have a link from Ocarina of Time. We're going to go Magic beta on this. Link from Ocarina of Time. I don't know where the data comes from. It looks like it might be going. And we're going to say full creativity, zero resemblance. Start processing that one. We'll throw in Harry Potter, Hagrid, Tomb Raider. What's her name? Lara Croft. And then we'll do this scene from King's Quest. Scene. My microphone's right in the way of my keyboard. Scene from retro PC game King's Quest. And let's go ahead and do this one too. Half-wit from Elder Scrolls. Man, that guy. Poor guy. Okay, so while it's working on that, and we've used maybe 10 credits, I think, from when we started. All right, here is where the fun is. And you have, you can do unlimited image generations in the history here. Once you want to, I'll show you right here. So if I wanted this image, right now it's got a watermark. It will cost me 1 credit. I can upscale it also. So let's go ahead, and I've been messing around with 8-bit images. So if we wanted to say image of a police officer, we can go ahead and generate that. It's pretty quick. It gives you 4 options at a time once you generate the image. So that's just by saying, I want an 8-bit image of an officer. And then you can say, okay, I want that one, or I don't want that one, or you could just say generate. None of this is costing you anything. There's no credits. So this is what's really cool about LetsEnhance versus the other image generators that charge you credit per generation, where you don't want to use what they provided. And then I'll show you some of the, now every once in a while it creates a not safe for work, and it just blocks it. So it has filters in place to where if it generates something, because this is AI, now let's say I want this, I'll just click get the image, but I don't want to upscale it. I can if I want, but I don't want to. And then I have the image available for download. It asks how's the result. You can share it, you can upscale it, you can download it or delete it. Now, if we go here, now I just want to show you this. So we want a police officer. Then we have these options here. And this is where it's also cool compared to other image generators. So if we say we want a photo of a police officer, we want it to look like it's in the street. We want it black and white, or we could say high key, but let's go black and white. And we want hard lighting. We want this to look very dramatic. And we are going to go with a telephoto. So it's kind of from a distance. And well, let's do a medium shot with high saturation. And then here you have the mood. And this is fun as well. So you could say depressing, lonely, happy, cozy, peaceful, hopeful. Let's go hopeful. And post-apocalyptic, we're just going all kinds of crazy. Cool colors, temperature, and then you pick the artist style that you want. You don't have to, but let's say Ansel Adams took this picture. Let's go ahead and see what happens. And again, you don't have to pay for any of these until you agree that you want a specific image. So you could like all four, and then, so here we have different police officers. Ansel Adams style. Now, we didn't give any context whatsoever. But if we change it, so let's say we want an Ann Leibovitz, we want warm colors. We want it to feel vaporwave. Let's go retro. We want it to romanticize. We're going to keep the saturation high. We're going to give it a blurry background. Sun rays, color photo, street. And there we go. We're going to go, and then we click generate. So as you can see, it walks you through all of these options, but you don't have to use any of them. And I will show you one of the cool things that you can do to combine AIs, different AIs, to really get some amazing images. Okay, so here we go. This is more of a retro style. It's got some hope in it, the coloration. But again, this is just kind of portraits. You can see sometimes it does look obviously AI, and some don't. This one looks pretty good. I've used this for a number of YouTube thumbnails, different assets for different videos. So let's say we don't want a photo. We want an illustration of a police officer. Actually, let's do a firefighter this time. And we say we want it to be an oil painting. Warm colors, of course. Post-apocalyptic, that's fun. Side view, highly detailed, lots of energy. And here's some more artists. So because we picked a painting or an illustration, it's giving us different artists that are not photographers, and then it patterns it after that style. So this is a feature you don't see in a lot of AIs. They shy away from a lot of the specifics of what artist they're channeling. Like here, you can just say Van Gogh, where others will not let you say Van Gogh, oddly. Okay, and here we have it. So you can select any of these. And of course, if we wanted to give it some direction, we could say hold this or show that, have it do this or that. This is just a very vague statement. So let's say we want, I'm just going to say Abraham Lincoln. Let's go ahead and do this. And I already have a prompt generated by ChatGPT. There's that phrase, you got to know how to talk to these people. You got to know how to talk to AI. And I've learned that AI knows how to talk to AI. So here we have, this is pretty decent stuff. Okay. Those are all right portraits of Abraham Lincoln. Now, I saved a text note here. This is a prompt I had generated by ChatGPT, which does have image generation options, but it limits you, if you haven't noticed. And the paid version, it will limit you after so many. So let's go ahead and generate this prompt that I had generated by, I told ChatGPT, give me an image prompt for an image generator that is 120 words long, that will give me an oil painting with distinct brushstrokes. And this is what it generated. And we'll compare the two. But I want to show that this AI is actually very capable if you know how to talk to it well. If you don't, you're not going to get. Okay, so that's pretty good. I don't know what it generated there. But again, you can just click it again. And you can go from here and click more image type settings in addition to these the prompt that we pasted in here. So once this is done, we're going to go back to the AI enhancement and see what it's done. So here you have the brushstrokes. So there you go. That's kind of a demonstration of the image generation you just download. So here was the original. And then here's the direction from ChatGPT. And this has evolved over time. It's become better and better, as you would hope. From when I first started using it, it was really bad, but it's very much improved. And this video, I'm not getting any kind of kickback or incentive to do this video. So let's go ahead and take a look. So that's the way it was. And that's how it rendered it. That's pretty amazing. That is incredible. So this is a new feature that they've added to LetsEnhance, which is what I like about LetsEnhance, is they keep adding new, different features. So the article that cited this picture said, "Why does everybody in Elder Scrolls look like a cosplay character?" This does not look like a cosplay character. I mean, look at that. Even the wall, the castle walls and the architecture, that's amazing. I love it. So I'm actually probably going to use this for the thumbnail of the video. So we're going to go ahead and download that. And I'll rate it. This is great. So totally yes. Good job, guys. Okay, so let's go. Let's check out. Did we look at all these? Okay. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Now those poor dogs, you can see the hound dogs chasing. It didn't recognize what it was rendering there. So that something brutal happened to those dogs. But the actual, and look, it gave a shave. Let's go up here. You can see this guy's got chops and gray hair on the left. And it's reversed his age significantly. But, I mean, that is an impressive... And this, remember, was 100% creativity and 0% similarity. That's gorgeous. Okay, so we will download that one as well. All right, let's check out what it's done with Link. I'm very curious. Here's the before. Okay, we got some trees in the background. Nothing excited. The sky does look much better. All right. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. It's changed his expression. His eyebrows and his nose changed a bit. But, you know, when you're playing the Ocarina of Time, you're going to look more focused than that, I think. At least when you first start playing it. So, as you can see, I mean, imagine what this will be able to do frame by frame through every single video game. Would be amazing. All right, let's take a look at... Whoa! Now that's wild. Maybe this should be the... Wow. Wow. That's photoreal. Hagrid. I mean, he still looks a bit distorted, but that's amazing. So we'll download that one as well. Okay, Lara Croft. Let's see. Oh, replaced the dead wolf with the... Oh, what did Lara do to that face? All right, I'm curious, man. What is going on here? Okay, still holding the gun. Hands look odd still. Less boxy. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good reveal. Look at that face. Softened her edge. She doesn't look so mean. Those lips. Reflection in the eyes. More detail in the guns. Fascinating. Pretty cool. Pretty cool work. Okay, what else? Now this one, that'll be fun. This is the old Sierra game. Graham traded his feather in his hat and his looks a bit more modern. I was curious to see what this would do. It cleaned up the 8-bit look, basically, or however many bits. Look at that. It didn't render the alligators, but overall, that's a definite cleanup job. I do like the old look of Graham. Okay, and then this guy, let's see what goes on here. Still looking like the village idiot. But at least And okay. So there is a grand tour of, okay, let's throw in some more paintings here because I don't know if we got the best experience here. Let's clean up this one. This has a lot of text. This will be interesting to see, and we will just let's see, image with text. Okay, so we're just going to say here's an image with text. Maybe we're not going to do anything with the light, so we're going to say here's what the image with text does. Then we're going to send it through again with the Magic Beta. And we're going to do a 50% resemblance and a 90%. Oh, let's give it 100% creativity. Start processing. Okay, let's take a look. It cleaned it. It cleaned it up. Let's see. It did clean it up. Not very well. So let's see if this does a better job, the AI. Let's put something else in the queue. See, we got this beast here. We will do 0 resemblance. And here's an older image of the Roosevelt election. McKinley. Let's throw that in there. And we will say, let's do 50-50 on this one. And I am doing a very thorough review. Let's go ahead and mess with the light. We'll say 100% light on that. I just want to give you an idea of what this app really is like and its many features so that you can make the decision if this is the AI for you. This one as well. This is a watercolor. We'll put that in and we will turn off the light, but we will say 50-50 creativity. Let's go. And then this Battle of Bosworth print, we're going to tell it the same deal. 50-50 on the Magic Beta. So we've used just about 20 credits, maybe 18 credits so far. When you're on this, again, you are using a credit every time you send it to process. But then you can download it and do whatever. But in the image generation side, these have all been generated, but I didn't pay for them all. So here's some more. That was Lady Godiva. Then I was trying to get a JFK propaganda poster or election poster. Mystery Science Theater. I have this Joseph Smith from the Latter-day Saint Church. He actually ran for president, if you know about that. So I was trying to get it to do some Mystery Science Theater stuff. which is really bizarre. I've never gotten an AI to create an accurate looking Tom Servo or Crow. Whoever those guys are supposed to be. And then here's it. Let's see, retro poster of Nintendo. Then I started getting into, give me some Transformer type robots. Megatron for president. Optimus for president. Let's see, we have Captain America, Optimus Prime, Spider-Man, red, white, and blue. Who else is there? Then here's 8-bit Trump, 8-bit Reagan. I liked Reagan. 8-bit Gorbachev. So all of these here. Here's Pee Wee Herman. It didn't do that one very well. That needs some work too. Sometimes it nails it, and it's excellent. Here's Jerry Seinfeld. Not so great on that, but Mike Tyson, it did well. Jake Paul. All right, let's go ahead and see what it's done with the image enhancement, if any. We'll cut ahead. Okay, so let's take a look at the Beware print. Now, what I would do is, so I'll download this because the text obviously looks a lot more crisp. But I like the coloration of the paper in the background. So I will do a composite of the text in Photoshop of just doing the layering and changing the blending mode. So we'll go ahead and download that. That's good. Now let's take a look at the monster here, this cave troll or whatever it is. It's been a long time since I've played. And I didn't give it any direction of what this is. So it got rid of the eye, the third eye, moved the nose entirely. I mean, that's an entirely different face. And we didn't say that it has hair or anything. If we said a hairy three-eyed monster, I think it would. So let's go ahead and run it back through as a hairy three-eyed monster. Cleaned up the fire, cleaned up the cave. He even got rid of dusted the cobwebs. Isn't that nice? So let's go ahead and run that through another time. A three-eyed hairy monster. In a cobwebbed dungeon. Okay, we'll start that processing. Okay, we have this election campaign poster. Let's see what it's done. Gone Republican. So it's really cleaned this up and modernized the look. It's preserved the text for the most part. Like the C of Republican right there kind of looks like an E. So it cleaned it up thinking it was an E. But all of the larger text is exactly the way it was written. It's just cleaned up. So that is great. Again, a composite of this would probably look the best. Okay. So we will download that. Here we have another one. Now this one we used the light effect. We had the light turned up all the way, I believe. And this was a 50-50. A 50-50 on the creativity to resemblance. Or it was 100%. I'll have to go back and look. Oh, creativity 50%. So it didn't alter much. It just kind of blended everything. I kind of like the grainier one, feels like it has more detail this time. It kind of took a watercolor and made it more of a smeared oil painting. It's not bad. Let me know which one of these you like. We'll go ahead and close that one. I'm not going to download that one. We'll do 100% creativity, start processing. All right, we got our Dungeon Beast from Elder Scrolls. Let's go ahead and take a look. This time we said it's a hairy monster, and it's a cobweb-filled dungeon. So look at that. That's so amazing. Let's see if we get any cobwebs. Maybe those are supposed to be cobwebs. He looks hairier, and the face... Okay, it's still re-rendered the face. I mean, that still looks pretty dang terrifying. And there is hair this time on the beast. Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know that was coming. It put a put a face in the torch. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see if it has done our Battle of Bosworth. Okay. So it's stripped away a lot of detail. As you can see, the facial detail up here kind of made it more realistic looking, but it simultaneously lost the illustration look. So again, a composite would look good. Blending of layers here and there using parts of the image from the re-render. Look at that. It's changed the prince's face, or whoever that is. I guess that's the prince or the king. I don't remember who fought at the Battle of Bosworth. I think that was My Kingdom for a Horse, but I could be totally wrong. So there you have it. This is LetsEnhance IO in-depth, extremely in-depth review. I will do maybe a shorter and long review of each of these products, just like I've done to this. So ad nauseum, so there's no question for those of you who are looking for image generation software or options. I'm going to try them all out and let you know. So here we also have some other things. I totally missed this. It was hidden down there. Remove background, tone enhance, color enhance, and save the format. You got PNG, auto, or JPEG. So if you uploaded a PNG, it would probably, if it's on auto, which I've been uploading JPEGs mostly. If it starts as a JPEG, I imagine it would export it as a JPEG. If you are removing the background, it is going to save it as a PNG. But you also have tone enhancing, so that'll change the levels, and then the color enhancing. That's an example of what that can do. So thanks for watching. I hope this was as informative as you hoped it would be. If you have any questions, let me know. If you don't have any questions, just let me know that you liked the video or what you didn't like about the video. And I do have a tip jar. It is Venmo Andrew DIY. I'll put that in the description. I might change it to Cash App or whatever, but it will be in the description if you want to give me a tip for this work. And I'll see you in the future. Thanks.